Conference 2009, jointly organized by the Penang Family Support Network, the Penang Down Syndrome Association, the Asia Community Service, the Penang Spastics Co-op, and the Bold Association for Children with Special Needs. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together in appreciation and hear from the man at the helm of it all, the chairman of the organizing committee, Mr. Alvin Teo.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the organizing committees, I am delighted to welcome you to the opening ceremonies of Family Conference 2009. Thank you, and thank you for taking your time to be with us. Family Conference 2009 is truly a conference for families organized by families of children with special needs. This is the first time that a conference of such nature has been initiated in this country. The parents, being the organizers, knows their needs and the needs of their families and constantly look at ways to fulfill them. This conference also will give an opportunity for parents to pool their resources together to carry out something significant for themselves. From a handful of parents involved in parent support activities, the informal network of parents with special needs children has now grown to include many others. We felt it was a time to organize a conference where we can learn strategies and listen to successful stories from other parents. This conference also provides opportunities to families to showcase parents' power as well as the abilities of our children with special needs. Ladies and gentlemen, the developments for special needs children need to be in focus. Many of us are underestimating the potential of special needs children because of their disabilities. Therefore, there is a little opportunities given to them which has caused a gap in our society. Let me quote an example. How is it that in Singapore, a visually impaired person can become a famous singer and actor who is also well known in Asia? Malaysia has a population 5 to 6 times larger than Singapore, but there is not a single visually impaired person here who has attained regional or even national fame as a singer or actor. However, if you go to the night markets, you'll find many of our talented blind persons playing music, singing, and waiting for people to donate money. I sometimes wonder whether Jacqueline Victor will still be famous today if she is a blind person. Is it possible that she might also end up entering at the night markets? In Malaysia, the needs of disabled people, including children, are still seen largely as a welfare functions of the state and non-government welfare organizations. The welfare or charity approach, which is the basis to some of our social policies such as the national welfare policies, has become under severe criticisms from disabled people because it views person with disability as a sick, not normal, or without disabilities, and it needs of charities and handouts only. This approach tends to treat them as dependents, always in need of charities which society will give, and when it chooses. While there are some persons with disabilities who do need that levels of care, the majority of them have capabilities and talents that can be developed and contribute towards the well-being of the society. Instead of focusing on the disabilities, it is necessary to focus on the person first and foremost, respecting their rights and respecting their rights as equal human beings. Moving towards Vision 2020 to be a developed nation, we need to create more awareness among the public and change the welfare charity approach into persons with disabilities with the notion of equalities and human rights in order to address the continuing violations of their fundamental rights. The public need to accept the fact that people with special needs are part of this society. If they are provided with equal opportunities, they can contribute in a very significant way to our country's developments. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference will mark a historical step for families in Malaysia, and one of the outcomes of this conference is the formation of the network of families. The coming together of families with disabled children to create a common platform. We can then speak with one voice to promote the fundamental rights of our children for education, healthcare, and welfare. For the first time, parents themselves are making a concerted effort to work together regardless of the diverse needs of their children, and therefore this conference will indeed provide a family connecting with families experience. Before I end, I wish to acknowledge the support of our sponsors, without whom this conference would not have been possible. First, a special words of thanks to Jabatan Kebajikan Masyarakat Malaysia, JKMM, for the tremendous support and encouragement. I am pleased to announce that the Director General, Datuk Mimi Abdul Rashid, will be here to officiate at the closing ceremonies on July 7th. Secondly, we are grateful to the Penang State Governments, the National Councils for the Blind Malaysia and CBM, Prima Post Auto Sendirian Berhad, Pride Auto Sendirian Berhad, and all the 5 core organizers for their generous contributions towards the success of Family Conference 2009. Last but not least, I wish to thank my organizing committee members for their untiring commitments and enthusiasm, and brings to the great finish what we started a year ago. Thank you and wish all parties.
Program ini adalah satu program yang begitu istimewa, satu program yang pertama di Malaysia. Pendek kata, anda semua telah mencapai satu perkara terkini dan masuk dalam sejarah bahawa adalah the first family conference in the whole of Malaysia. 1 year ago, when Alvin first met me in this Queensway Mall, and he was a bit frightened to approach me. Why? Maybe I may look too fierce, or maybe he feels that I'm not being approachable. But we are proving wrong, right? Because we do care for each and every one of you. So, and when I report to the Chief Minister says, Fee, you have got to give them full support. These are the people you need to take care. So definitely, I've got some good news for you. Yes, talk about Rose Avenue. It's going to finalize, except for some technical detail. This is the one good news which I want to bring to you. I want all of you here today, please, families must support families. We share resources, we share information, we share our experience, and we build up one beautiful family, the families that care for everybody. So when you are one big family, you have got a louder voice. You will have the capacity of speaking with one voice and champion for improvements in education, healthcare, and welfare. And I am definitely looking forward to your list, which will be passing on to me. Once again, on behalf of the Chief Minister of Penang, I commend you for what you are doing and wish you a very successful family conference. With this note, I hereby declare the family conference open. Thank you, ladies.
To put us in the mood, let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the next items on the program for today. First, we will have the privilege of listening to a wonderful story from a very special mother of a very special guy, as Mrs. Janet takes us on her awe-inspiring journey with her super talented son, Colin, her harvest of love. Mrs. Janet